The Hadza tribe. The last hunter-gatherer tribe on Earth. They survive by hunting wild animals using only bows and arrows. And for the next 5 days, I will fully adapt to their way of life. Eating raw meat and honey with larvae, learning their language, sleeping in caves, and most importantly, learning to shoot with bow and arrow so I can hunt my own food. I hadn't even fully processed what he had just shown me when he already wanted to show me something else. I was still trying to keep up when within seconds he was already at the top of the tree throwing small birds to the ground. To cook the birds they had just killed, they taught me how to make fire using only a stick. I was already overwhelmed, and the next moment I was meeting the chief of the tribe.
Tom.
What struck me right away was their language. Less like words and more like a song of clicks and sounds carrying the meaning. And their names were no exception. With that in mind, I wanted to learn how to make their arrows, which seem to be their primary weapon for killing animals. After chopping some branches, Hanga showed me how to bite off the bark fast and efficient.
He's already doing the third arrow and I'm still at the still at my first. Okay, now we're heading back to base camp and turn these wooden carved sticks into arrows that I will be using to hunt tomorrow to get some food in my stomach.
We started by cleaning the stick, then I learned how to straighten it with one quick pull of the teeth. Then they wanted to see how good I was with bow and arrow. I could tell they didn't want to hand a weapon like this to a stranger without knowing I could use it.
I missed.
With every miss, the pressure grew. What if they decided not to hunt with me? Afraid I might hurt someone by accident. Even after they gave me tips, I still couldn't hit the target. I wanted it badly, so I narrowed my focus and...
Allez! When you go to sleep, what are your dreams? Killing other animals or being killed by other animals. That's the only thing they dream about.
You see? You understand?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, sometime.
The chief warned me that tomorrow would be rough, since my body wasn't adapted to running through the savannah all day. And he told me to always stay close, because in this land, you never know if you're the hunter or the hunted.
Overnight, because they sleep in the cave, they get really cold. So the first thing they do in the morning is warm themselves up on the cozy fire before the hunt. It's time.
This was my first hunt ever, and I had no idea what to expect. My adrenaline spiked with every sound, and I was ready to sprint at the first sign of movement. I could barely spot the birds, while they shot even the tiniest ones. Once everyone had caught a bird, it was time for a little snack.
It's like Boy Scouts. Just in real life.
Crunching through bones felt strange, but I was grateful just to have food.
Ubea. Ubea. Tastes like chicken actually.
Breakfast was nice, but nowhere near enough for everyone. We needed something much bigger.
Hunted an antelope.
I learned that out there you have to process the animal right away, because the meat spoils fast. And if you wait, it quickly fills with insects and larvae.
Very easy to remove because it's fresh.
Seeing how it became meat felt strangely real. It reminded me of how little I think about this in my everyday life. Out here, nothing goes to waste. Even the stomach contents found a willing taker.
Wollen wir davon close up? Raw antelope liver. Dick dick. That definitely tastes questionable.
With the antelope roasting and the stress gone, everyone suddenly relaxed.
It's so nice that everybody around the world across cultures have the same sense of humor.
I got the sense that I was becoming more and more part of their group.
And now I'm trying dove? Is it?
Give it dog.
Give it a goggle. Yeah. It's so nice of them that they share their meat with me. Yeah.
After a successful hunt, we went back to share the food with the rest of the tribe. But I couldn't shake the feeling that days like this were rare, and that sooner or later we'd have to hunt something far more dangerous.
Okay, we're back at camp. Now it's definitely time to rest.
But we didn't rest for long. Oleche grabbed the slingshot and took me out to hunt small animals.
I hit its wing, but it flew away.
Afterwards, he showed me how he had used the bird's own sound to bring it closer. As the day came to an end, we played football around the campfire.
Day 3 started with some wild calisthenics, where I got humbled by their pull-up strength. But I also held my own with a handstand. After that, we kept messing around, and I thought it was time to show them something from my world and see how they would react. We then went back into the bush with one plan: find a wild beehive and steal some honey. Apparently there's honey here. Omari, what's happening?
The bees were getting aggressive, and we needed to calm them.
Get some smoke, grab into the hive, and hopefully get the honey without getting too many stings. So he's just reaching into the hive and getting those honeycombs out. There's bees everywhere.
Ahu! Ahu! Ay, 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 mama.
It was scary to reach into the hive and ignore the pain of the bee stinging me. But I really wanted food in my stomach.
I got stung. These people don't seem to care, but
Yeah, because they are resistant.
yeah.
How's the taste?
It's insanely good. Honestly, this is the best honey I ever had. Apparently my fingers are still full of honey. They just saw some Hadzabi girls in the distance and now they're glazing. Okay, now it's feeding time for the dogs. Crank that, crank that.
With everyone fed, it was time to sleep again, because tomorrow would bring a totally different kind of hunt.
Today we're going on a hunt for rock hyrax. These animals live in the stones, so we need the dogs to chase them out of the stones and then shoot them with a bow and arrow. I don't get how they spot these. I mean, for me it's just rocks. But apparently they see something. Unfortunately, we didn't catch any rock hyrax today. They hid under the rocks and we couldn't get them out.
The hunt failed, but the tribe still had to eat. So I followed the women to see what happens when there's no meat.
These big juicy roots. The way they get to the roots is by jamming the stick into the ground and then loosening up the soil around the roots of the tree. And then once the roots are free, they can cut it with a knife and collect it. It's also full of liquid, so if they don't find water here in the wild, they can eat it.
But the roots wouldn't feed everyone. The consequence was clear. We had to resort to a far riskier hunt, a raid on a baboon camp. And for that, we needed something deadly. So we began a long hike towards a mysterious salt lake, where they said we'd find a plant with a powerful poison.
It's the poisonous plant they use to make poisonous arrows. It's called the desert rose. We're now covering the tips of the arrows with the poison to make them deadly even for a large animal. Honestly, it looks a little bit like poop. Just like really deadly poop.
The poison works like this. Once it enters the animal's body, it travels straight to the heart until it stops beating. That night, the chief told us a story, which made the danger of tomorrow very clear. Once, there was a hunter named Leka. People said he was the fastest in our tribe, and maybe the best hunter we ever had. But Leka was full of pride. He believed he didn't need anyone else. "I don't need my brothers," he said. "The baboons fear only me." The elders warned him. They said baboons do not fight alone. They watch like shadows, and when they strike together. But Leka did not listen. When the moon was bright, he slipped away, alone. He went to the rocky hills where the baboons slept among the stones. He moved quietly, like a leopard. He raised his bow and shot the leader straight to the heart. Then everything exploded. The night filled with screams. Stones flew through the air. Baboons rushed in from every direction, teeth bared, eyes burning. Leka fought hard. He fought them off one by one. A scarred female jumped onto his back. Her claws tore his skin. Leka fell to the ground. As the baboons closed in, Leka cried out, "Forgive me, ancestors, I forgot that we are one." Then something unexpected happened. From the darkness came his younger sister Nia. She carried a burning torch, and the fire scared the baboons back. Together, they could escape. But Nia had been bitten. At sunrise, she spoke her last words. "Brother, hunt as one. The baboons teach us this. Alone, we are prey. Together, we are the storm." Nia died that morning, and Leka returned a different man.
Mama ko ba ko ati chiti zuwa ko sa chigwek.
Tena mtelemu kwako tena
Juzi na kami. Isola mebi. So kami yo ata.
The day of the big hunt had come. Weapons were sharpened and everyone was getting ready.
kanko ko. Hamako te kanko sa. Pakatel.
Hunting baboons is different to all the other animals. Not only because they're smarter, but also because they fight back with their strong arms and sharp teeth. As we were on our way to their last known location, I kept simulating this one scenario in my head. What would I do if one of them suddenly ran towards me?
We've been hunting baboons for the last 3 hours now. I think we're finally closing in.
Mbona tuwe pamoja. Kake kesi sio uchi atona akuwa masi pamoja kwa sababu tuwai. Kama sasa hivi tumpita na tokwa. Akwa zaboko tokwa. Kwa kufika bena kwa kakete ikakupa. Okay. Bawa.
We tried to stay close to the chief, but the moment the hunt began, it was impossible to keep up. This was the first time we got separated from the rest of the tribe.
This is what hunting with the Hadza is like.
Which made us a little uncomfortable, especially because we were in the middle of a full-on war between the Hadza and the baboons.
The Hadza are hunting the baboons, but we lost them. And now we're in the middle of the bush.
As soon as we heard their screams, we scrambled toward them as fast as we could. And when we reached them,
That's crazy. That's insane. Which arrow did you use? Where did you shoot him?
As a symbol of my last day with the tribe, we released a dove into the air and then gathered wood for the big fire that evening.
So they're getting ready for the party, getting drunk with their local alcohol, which is some weird mixture of corn and water.
In this last dance, I finally let go. I had been worried all week about embarrassing myself, but the Hadza never stress like that. They live in the moment and they take each day as it comes. And being with them showed me how much lighter life can feel.